That is 48 out of 48. We are going to be entering in DRS. Get ready for the hard ready check. I like how Link just immediately says Slexy even though only 10 seconds have passed. Okay, we are in DRS. Pop your re-razors, pop your pure essences. Is Sweetie being the battery for something?
No, I'm what?
Oh, marking
So
people.
I have two people marked for party swaps, so that
Oh,
every party gets a cure 4 and Himbo gets a dancer.
I don't think it's necessary. We like. I don't think we need to faff around with parties terribly much.
It's just you don't want to do the one swap for cure 4.
It's fine. Like I said, I'm not worried about DPS at all. We have enough healers in all the parties. Okay. We have enough healers in all our parties. We have enough DPS, so rather than trying to get the party leads to move them around, like I would have done it if Square Enix lets the Alliance host move them around, but Square Enix doesn't have amazing host alliance host roles, so do any of our melees wish to be a second rend? We do still need a second rend. Okay, so Wang Hu Gigaplant is being second rend. We only need 2 rends, Asriel. So as long as we have 2 rends, we should be good. So our duelist is going to be percepting for the right after Trinity Seeker. And did I hear someone say that they're going to be percepting for after TA or before TA? Okay. Once everyone in your party has stepped away from the stash, make sure check to see that they all have their pure essences and re-racers, and then get a ready check. E is ready. A is ready. Take your time. Don't rush. Make sure that you have your holster. Double check it after you step away from the stash. We don't want to have you walk down these pads. This is the only time we are getting this stash. So make sure you have your items. We are not coming back here. So if you walk onto these pads with an empty stash, you have an empty stash and you can't come back. So double check your holsters and make sure you have them. I see an E, F, D. Fill up your holster if you have any empty space with light curtains or potions. They always help. They can let you ignore mechanics or come in clutch and save the raid if you have any extra space. Any space is wasted space. You can fill it up with something. Okay, we have A, B, E, D, and F. For the people that see someone walking towards the pad, do not step on those pads. Those glowing pads are our ticket down, and we do want to make sure the right people get on the right pads. So please don't walk onto the pads. There is a 10-minute kick timer. So make sure you're wiggling around. Don't get kicked. If you get kicked from the instance, your run is over. We're not going to exit just to bring you back in unless we wipe. So wiggle around. Don't get AFK kicked. Last thing we want is for some of our precious LB3s to disappear. You are an important part of your team, even if you are on the ground, because you can still contribute to the LB3, which will pick you back up later. Mahjong, you okay? I assume you're arranging your stash. Can I get ready checks from the parties one more time? It seems everyone is away from the stash. A is ready. C is ready. F is ready. B is ready. D is ready. Is party E ready? Okay, so everyone is ready. D, E, and F go down the right side. You're headed to golems. A, B, C go down the left side and step on the pad. You are headed to slimes. Golems go down to the voice chat just below this one. It is golems. And you will be led there by, I believe it's Mahia, maybe? I'm terrible at voices.
There's a tank. Mahia. White mage. WB is a tank. Can I get a range DPS over on this red golem over here? A range DPS. Dancers, Machinists, thank you. Perfect. Pratt is tanking. Mahjong. Mahjong can heal for Pratt. You could heal for Kendrick over here if you want. Perfect. Okay, I have leftover tanks somewhere. The other tanks aren't out of the woods yet. It's me, and I think someone else. Maybe it's just me. Nope. Barely interesting. You're gonna have a job. You're gonna stand over here. Right here. You're gonna stand there, and there's gonna be a golem that spawns, and you're just gonna hit that golem. And that's all you're gonna do. You're just gonna keep it from going in and merging with the green golem. Okay, so I will be popping the middle trap and the red room trap. I know how to do it. Eat rice. That's a great name, by the way. WV is going to be kiting this golem around the room. You are going to ignore the first interrupt. We're going to let it turn red, and then don't hit it, and WV is going to hit it, and it's going to tether to him. And he's going to run around the red room. And every time it casts like an interruptible spell, after the first time, then you cast it. So every time it casts it while it's red, you're going to interrupt the cast. And WV is just going to run it around in a circle. Perfect. Perfect blue, barely interesting. You're just going to be hitting the golem in the... it's going to be right next to the door where it says entrance to the granary. You're just going to be chilling right there. Frat, you know what you're doing. Mahjong, you know what you're doing. Hendrik, I don't think I've seen you before. Swooty knows what he's doing. Frat, remind me real quick, this one is blue or this one is white?
That's white.
That's white? Okay. So, Kendrick, you're going to be interrupting every single time. So you're going to be at the blue room. So you're just going to go, you're going to hang a quick left. Go straight here. As for anyone who does not have a role as a tank or a healer, just one quick thing. Probably won't matter because people on the blue golem know what they're doing. But the person with the blue golem is going to get an AoE on top of them, and it's going to be a bleed. And then the healer's just going to assume that off. But if you're not there, you don't really have to worry about it. Everybody else, you are a DPS train. You're going to be starting southwest in the blue room. You're going to be killing the blue golem. Then you're going to run straight across the hallway into the white room. You're going to kill that, and then right when it gets to about 20% HP, it's going to start casting Compaction. You want to burst it down, because if you don't burst it down, it's going to go straight back to full HP, and you don't want that. Green golem, that'll be northeast room. It doesn't do anything unless a golem from the south or the north, like where it spawns near the doors. If the green golem eats that one, it'll get stronger and then start one-shotting everyone. But we have a north and the south hallway tank, so that'll be no big deal. As for red golem, it will one-shot anyone that it hits. So we have a tank kiting it around and then a ranged DPS interrupting it. We are probably going to be A-okay. Golems isn't really that bad, but expect, unfortunately, slimes maybe to wipe the first time. If not, then we're good, but just expect it's probably going to happen, so don't let it bother you too much. Other than that, I think everyone knows what they're doing. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Oh yeah, red golem. We're gonna get it to 20% HP. Thank you, Poco. We're gonna get it to 20% HP, and we are not going to put any dots on it because we're gonna be waiting for a rupture call from slimes. We don't want to kill it early because it'll spawn a bunch of golems and it's a pain in the ass. Just to clarify, after the 4 golems go in, there's going to be another spawning by the entrance. You want me to lag around. Yeah, so right where I'm standing right now, where it's the entrance to the granary, you're just gonna chill right here. And there's gonna be a golem that spawns right there, and then you're just gonna keep it, and then there's gonna be another golem, and you're basically just keeping it from like going. It's not too bad. Don't worry about opening the door. I will do that. I will pop the trap in the middle, and I will pop the trap in the red room. One thing I forgot to say. Tanks, when you're entering your room, make sure you hit invuln when you enter your room, and then run straight across the pad. And then once you do that, just keep your golems on the colored pads that you have, because there might be a trap in your room. Okay, any more questions? Let me read. Do I kill them? Yes, you kill them. Alright, tank stance is on. You're going to be pulling your golems with provoke, and then just running to your rooms. Make sure that you put your invuln on as soon as you walk in here. Let me... if somebody else wants to gauss around, I can't do that in auto chat feature. You can go for it. Thank you, Link. Also, I'm going to be getting a north golem after I pop the trap. Make sure you wiggle, please. There is an AFK timer, and it will just yeet you out of the instance, and you cannot come back. So just make sure you wiggle every once in a while. Stop that from happening. How's everybody's day going? Hopefully well. Very nervous but excited. Don't be nervous, man. It's not too bad, to be honest. It seems kind of scary, but it's really not that bad. I promise. And we're just here to learn. Not every run is like guaranteed to clear. You know, you just come here, you learn, and eventually, you know, you get it clear if everyone knows what they're doing. Alright, countdown. I will be opening the door, and I'll be popping the trap in the middle, and I will be popping the trap in red room, and I will be tanking the north golem. I will be opening the door. Everybody get to your positions. DPS train, kill your golems. Tanks pull with provoke. Don't forget to pop your invuln when you walk in the room. golem's looking good. Green golem's looking good. Looks like you guys are on white right now. Perfect. Casting compaction, you're gonna want to burst it down, burst it down. Alright. Go to green room. Slime's white. Okay. Figured as much. Y'all can just kill the red golem, it'll spawn a bunch of green golems. Other than that, y'all did really, really well, so good job. Alright, come stand in the middle. It's far from the chorus, it happens. You guys did great though. Good job. Embrace the chaos. Just bring the golems in the middle, please. And stand here. Why aren't they casting action?
You have to do the thing. You have to do the color golems properly for that to happen. Like they all four have to die on the pad, and then the hallway golems start doing the thing.
I never knew you had to like actually finish that up. Oh, okay. Now I know. Sorry about that.
Well, we'll hit Reaper pretty soon at this rate anyway.
Yeah, it's real. Oh, now you do. Alright. Y'all did great. Let's leave and come back. You guys did perfectly. Slimes is gonna wipe. It's gonna happen. It's okay. Only have one purist. Do you need more for... Yeah, they can give out pure essences. I actually don't have any at the moment, but you could ask what world they're in. And then usually they're hanging out in Gangos. So. You're gonna need Endom. There you go. You can go up to main voice if you want, but I mean we're just gonna be coming back down here anyway. I think that guy's just getting their frags real quick and then we're headed back in. Mooney, is Ali main tanking?
I don't know who's main tanking.
Okay. We are waiting on Link Spark. There we go. Alright, we're gonna be going back in. Pop your re-razors, pop your pure essences. Specs going out. Aster doesn't have a re-raiser. I have any. Oh, Nacl's here? I didn't know Nacl was here. Sorry. Make sure you wiggle. You don't want to get kicked. Like we're just waiting on a couple people to finish up their things and we'll be able to jump down. Looks like we're jumping. Go on down. Okay, same thing as last time. You guys did perfectly, by the way. Just do exactly what you did last time, and we'll be good. This time, though, if Slimes wipes, we're gonna kill the red on the pad so that it actually spawns the golems to do the thing. That's my bad. I forgot you had to kill them on the pad to do that. Everyone remembers their spots. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. No worries, man. No worries. Hosting is, well, not even hosting, like leading and just doing all the DRS stuff is really, really, really fun. I enjoy the content. It's one of the main reasons I'm still even subbed to the game. So, I very much enjoy DRS. DRS is indeed fun. And the people that run it are very, very awesome. Especially Mahia. You should go to one of Mahia's rounds. Can somebody goss around for me, please? Everyone's good. They know what they're doing. Go on them all. That works. Alright, there's gonna be a countdown going. Tanks, put your tank stance on. I will be popping the middle trap and the red trap. Goss around is just something that we say on Golem side. Someone said it as like a ready check, like months and months and months ago, so we just do it now. It's a machinist skill. And then they say Sigoli Road. Ooh, we're getting a lore presentation. The Golem's lore of Aether.
Yo, they already went. We need to open the door. They already went, and they just didn't do a countdown. I was worried about that, so I went to the other channel.
I guess somebody opened the door late or early. I don't know. It's whatever. You guys did great last time. You got it this time. There is a floating green golem. We need that over here. Can the tank pull that? Thank you. All good. Everything's fine. We're chilling. Tank dead? Huh?
I think white tank had no healer.
Oh.
We need an interrupt in the red room.
Okay.
Any ranged can do it.
Please interrupt that red. Perfect.
You got it, easy me.
Okay, you are going to get the golem to 20%. Red golem to 20%. They called rupture. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to wait, and then WV is going to pop his invuln and pull it onto the pad, and then we're going to kill the red golem.
Put it on the pad.
Put it on the pad now, WV.
Invuln.
Invuln, put it on the pad. Kill the golem. Alright, good job. Can we
I
get
got this. I got
right
this. I got
up?
this.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other casualties? Doesn't look like it. If you died, pop a reed razor. Other than that, good job, and everybody can move up.
There are personal loot chests. If you don't pick them up, you don't get your reward. So pick them up. And we are on to Trinity Seeker. Trinity Seeker is our first enraged boss fight. Does anyone wish to try their hand at main tanking it? Do we have a volunteer for a main tank? Looks like Sedek Atlam is our main tank for the night. Everyone else, if you are not Sedek Atlam, turn off your tank stance. Come back. Yeah. So once again, this is going to be our first enraged fight of the night. If you are not Sedek Atlam, turn off your tank stance. He should be the only one with a tank stance on. He is marked with a big red circle. Does anyone have markers for Trinity Seeker, or do I get to try my new markers? We do have a DC, so we're going to be waiting for a few minutes while they come back. Okay, someone has markers, that's fine. I'll try rocking the boat with new markers eventually, but it's fine for now. Trinity Seeker is going to have a few mechanics. I will explain them while we have our DC. The big one for the night that is probably going to kill most people is going to be Fourfold Mercy. Trinity Seeker is going to put out his 4 swords. You can see it, he is holding them. He is going to point them out in the inner cardinal directions. He is then going to glow them up into 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Mercy. He is then going to cleave that half of the room. I will be calling these cleaves... I will be calling these safe spots boss relative. This means that I will be calling them such as front, front, back, back, or left, right, right, left. This means that if I call front, you stand in front, which is, you can look at the arrow on his hitbox, on the hitbox underneath him. That is going to be his front. He has a big red cape for his backside. The rest of the mechanics are going to be called out on the fly. They're pretty simple, but Fourfold Mercy is the big one you want to watch out for. Eat your food. This is use your lost actions. This is going to be our first enraged fight. If you are ready, step across the purple line. Once everyone has stepped across the purple line, our main tank is going to be putting 30 seconds on the clock for the pool time.
Someone said 2 minutes to pee, or 2 seconds to pee.
Yeah, so ignore this. We have 1 or 2 people that are AFK. I'm only going to give them a few minutes to get back. Okay. Now you can put 30 seconds on the clock for us to start. No, it's fine. I'm not doing in-depth explanations. Most of the fight can be called out on the fly. I just want to make sure people are aware of how I'm going to be calling Fourfold Mercy and how they need to step in order to survive. Once again, make sure your tank stance is off if you are not our main tank. Our first attack of the night is going to be a raid wide that is going to come out in a few short seconds. This is the raid wide. Up next, we're going to say hello to our little friend that's dropping down right now. And there he goes. And now we have our first Fourfold Mercy. We're going to be back, back, front, front. Be in the back for 2 hits, then be in the front for 2 hits. One. Crossover 2. 3. 4. Ignore the dodge the crisscross and look away from the orb and get away from the purple flower. Raid wide. And we're going to have 2 tank busters on the boss. On our main tank. Nope, we have Hot Wing. Get inside the boss's hitbox. Inside the boss's hitbox. Now we have our 2 tank busters coming up. This is going to be a Share Buster. This is going to be a Solo Buster. Get away from the main tank. If anyone else is with the main tank, they all die. We're going to get in front of a barrier. We're going to get in front of a barrier and get knocked into a barrier from the center. Be in front of a barrier. Break your chains and be in front of a barrier. Up next, we're going to have Ifrit dashes. We're going to start at A, and we're going to move clockwise or counterclockwise, and we're going to stand in front of a barrier. End in front of 2, end in front of 2. In front of a barrier, end in front of a barrier. We have another raid wide. And then we're going to stack up to bait lasers. So everyone stack on 3. Everyone stack on 3. Stay stacked. We are still baiting lasers. We are still baiting line AoEs. Stay stacked on 3. Once these line AoEs come out, we just walk out of them. Up next, after this, we're going to have Sand and Stone. You're going to be standing on stone, stand on stone, stand on stone. After this, we're going to get Earthshakers attached to this mechanic. You're going to rotate the Earthshakers away from the center. These Earthshakers are Proteans from the center. Stand on sand, and rotate Earthshakers away. They're going to be tethers to you. Rotate them away. Stand on sand. Do not clip each other. One more time. Rotate them away. Stand on stone, stand on stone. And walk out of the bad. Pull the boss to the center and rotate him. So because after this, we're going to have Inner Cardinals. Be Inner Card of the boss. Be Inner Cardinal of the boss. We are moving to 4. We are moving to 4. We are rotating clockwise. We are going to be right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Crossover. Crossover again. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Look away from the orb. Get away from the flower. Pop your re-razors if you've died. Raid wide. Tank buster. No one be with the tank. It is a tank buster. Get away from the tank. We're going to be front, front, back, back. And we're going to have be on sand, front, front, back, back, be on sand. Crossover, end on stone, the boss's hitbox is stone, end on stone, the boss's hitbox is stone. One more time, sand or stone. Be on stone, be on stone. Look away from the orb. Dodge the flower. Resolve your crisscrosses, then the orange laser AoEs. Crisscrosses, then orange laser AoEs, then the flower. Boss to the center. Raid wide. You're going to wait one more mechanic for it to be saved for LB3. Save your LB3s for your healers. If both healers are down, mark them. This is Hot Wing. Hot Wing, be inside the boss's hitbox. Inside the boss's hitbox. One more mechanic. We are going to be in front of a barrier, in front of a barrier. We are going to be at 2. Start at 2, be in front of a barrier. We are going to be back, back, front, front, start at 2. So outside, outside, inside, start at 2. Move to D, be on the outside of the arena. Move to the inside of the arena. And LB3, healer LB3 now. We have a raid wide. Be on stone, be on stone, get behind, resolve, stand on stone, then get behind a barrier, get behind a barrier. We're going to have off-center fourfold. We're going to be back, back, front, front on the boss. Start at 1, back, back, front, front. One. Crossover. Be in front of a barrier. No, get behind a barrier, behind a barrier, behind a barrier, behind a barrier. This is going to be a solo buster on the tank. Get away from the main tank. Get away from the main tank. Kill the boss. Hopefully we won't see one more mechanic. There we go. Boss is dead. Do not move ahead. There are traps ahead. Do not move ahead unless you are percepting. There is going to be a pad up ahead. Do not step on that pad. That pad is for our duelist. We have a res protocol. Stand on a body, then insert Lost Arise, then start arising. After you have used your 5 Lost Arises, step off and let someone else try. This way we spread out our Lost Arise uses, and we don't have all of our Lost Arises on one person. This is personal loot. Make sure you get your, I believe it's a foot piece. Might be a headpiece. But this is personal loot from Trinity Avowed, or from Trinity Seeker. No one else can pick it up for you, and you don't want to leave it behind, probably. We have 4 deaths left to resolve. Three deaths left. Looks like our duelist is starting the duel. I hope that's our duelist. We are still resolving deaths. This is fine. Don't pull the next boss. You can stare at Dahu. You can loot Dahu. Just don't touch Dahu. Yes, loot, no touch. One more death left to resolve, and we will start on Dahu. Once again, for future reference, step on the body first, then use your Lost Arise. We don't want you slotting it in early and wasting your actions. So make sure you step on the body first before you use it. This has been a while. Make sure you wiggle. Don't get kicked out, and it looks like all deaths have been resolved, so we're going to head to Dahu. Be aware of the traps and avoid them. I think our current high score for Lost Arises is 62. Every time you cast Lost Arise with a Divine, there is a 10% chance that you will resurrect the person, and we have had someone dodge 61 of them. So, you know, that's like 12 actions worth. This is going to be Dahu. Dahu is a pretty standard fight. Do we have waymarks for this? If not, I can add them. I don't actually know if we can adjust waymarks in the middle of a fight. We can, because it is not our fight. During the fight, Dahu is going to put out an ability called Spit Flame. This spit flame is going to put you a number over your head, a number of dots, a 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you see this, go to your numbered dot, or to your numbered waymarker, 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is so that when Dahu spits out fire, he puts some of his lions to sleep and creates safe spots for us. Other than that, everything else is going to be called on the fly. We cannot enter because I believe the duel is still going on. So whenever when everyone steps across the purple line, our main tank will pull whenever he sees everyone stopping across the purple line. This is not an enraged fight. You do not need to use lost actions. You need to step on the marker because you're pulling an AoE onto a dog, and that is going to put the dog to sleep, so it does not do a spin attack and whack us. Make sure you're across the purple line. We don't want any people thinking that you are like on the purple line and that you're ready, so step across the purple line when you are ready. Looks like everyone... No, we have one person, Poco. Okay, everyone is across the purple line, so our main tank can pull when they are ready. Is that a successful duelist? That looks like a successful duelist, so we can give them an applause when it happens. Sedig, if you will, you can pull when you see. Or we can get a countdown.
Wait, is that for guard or Dahu?
Dahu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we haven't pulled Dahu. We had quite a long time of resurrecting people.
Oh, okay.
Looks like Dahu was early pulled.
There's a star down.
Oh, a star. Dahu is going to lay down purple or orange AoEs. Step out of them if you can pull Dahu to the center. Step out of the AoEs. Step out of the dash. Get out in front of Dahu. Dahu is going to dash again. Do not be in front of him. He is then going to put a conal. Get next to Dahu and avoid the conal. Pull Dahu to the center of the room. He is going to do a little bit more of everything. He is going to summon lions who are going to cleave the room, and he is also going to do half room cleaves, which we are going to step out of, then juke into. So just avoid all of the orange. Spit flames, actually. Number markers, go to your waymarks. Numbered markers, go to your waymarks. Step out of the orange, and back into the juke. Dahu is roaring, get into a safe spot, get into a safe spot. You can see where there are orange lines along the wall. He is going to knock back. He is now going to fire breathe 5 times. The second place that he fire breathes after it is resolved is safe 1, 2. This second spot is safe 3, 4, 5. Up next, we have ads phase. Treat this as a tank buster on the main tank. The main tank is going to be taking a lot of damage. Make sure he has stepped up. If the main tank feels like it, he can spin around and rotate the boss like a Beyblade to group up all of the Marcosius together. Watch as he makes the boss imitate a Beyblade. Spinning my Dahu right round, right round. Up next, we have a bit more of basically everything, just all at once and a little bit faster. So watch out for orange puddles on the ground, watch out for the dogs jumping, and watch out for the juke. Get out of the juke. Back into the juke. Spit flames are out. Spit flames are out. After this, there are going to be 2 flare markers on tanks. Tanks with flare markers are going to get knocked back south. Everyone else is going to get knocked back north. If the 2 flare tank markers move into the same safe spot, they need to mitt. Otherwise, everyone get knocked north. Tanks get knocked south. Boss is going to do a fire breathe one more time. 5 fire breathes. Once again, the second one will be the safe spot for the rest of the mechanic. 1, 2. The second spot is safe. 3, 4, 5. Dahu is momentarily going to dash, get out in front of him, get out in front of him when he starts dashing for his animation. Or, no, we have a shockwave. Step into the shockwave. We gonna see the dash? No, we are not. He is dead. Pick up your spoils. They are personal as always. And we are moving on to Queen's Guard. While we're moving down to Queen's Guard, can I get some healers to call out reflects? I need A through F reflects, and I need 2 dispellers. We have a B reflect. We have a 1. We have dispel 1. Can I get tanks on the waymarks going down now? I need 5 more dispellers. I need tanks on each of the rolls. Okay, so the tank standing on waymark 1, you are going to be the first North Aether Shield, or the first North Aurasphere tank. So when we kill Auraspheres, you're going to be on the top of the aggro list. You're going to make sure you're on top of the aggro list, and then after it dies, you're going to invul. Is someone going to stand on 2? Where is the main tank for the night? Where is our main tank? Sedek. It's fine. If you're not confident, that's even better. You're gonna learn. So you're gonna be main tanking one of the bosses. This is how we learn. I am not shy away from forcing people to do new things. Can I have someone on 2? Okay, so the 2 circles are going to be our 2 main tanks, the ignore markers. Ignore marker 1, which is Sadek, is going to take the warrior and gunner. You're going to take the warrior to the wall, and then the gunner to the center during our phases. Winter Astoria is going to take the knight to the center, and then the soldier to the wall. Our tank on 1 is going to be our first Aurasphere North tank. Our tank on A is going to be our first Aurasphere South tank. Our tank on 2 is going to be our second Aurasphere North tank. And our tank on B is going to be our South Aurasphere main tank. Aurasphere tanks. During the 3rd phase of the fight, there are going to be Auraspheres on the ground that pop up. You need to make sure that you are top of the aggro list. When the Aurasphere dies, you are going to invul, and it is going to spite check you. This is going to be an instant kill if you are not invulned. So make sure you have your invuln up. 1 and A are going to go first, and 2 and B are going to go second. Do we have... I've only ever seen 1 reflect, which was B reflect. Can I have an A through F reflect except for B? F reflect, C reflect. I need an A, D, and E reflect. D reflect. D is for dispellers. So I need 2 dispellers. I think I saw someone had a dispel. Is Winter Astoria dispelling as well? It looks like Winter Astoria is dispelling, and we have a second dispeller for Sir Foxa. Okay, so you're going to dispel your own mob. That's fine. Well, we still need a second dispeller in case you somehow die. I'm confident in you, but we do need contingency plans. Okay, so I have not seen an E-Reflect. Do we have an E-Reflect? Our tanks for the turrets are going to be our main tanks. The main tanks are going to take the turrets, and that's going to be their use of invul. I need one more reflect. I see an A, B, C, D, and F reflect. I do not see an E reflect. During the final phase of the fight, we are going to have different spheres come out. I think they're like bright spheres or something. And these spirit spheres, that's what they are. And we are going to need to reflect them. If you check in Raid Chat 1, you will see the positions of where you are going to stand to reflect your spirit sphere. You're going to stand on the black circle first, and then you're going to, after you reflect the black circle, you're going to move to stand on the blue circle. And this is going to be what your position for reflecting is. Does anyone have any questions for their roles? If you have any questions for your assigned role, please ask. Barry, which role are you? DPSs are just DPSing. Yes, so there are going to be 2 sets of Aura Spheres happening. You're going to provoke the second one, and after it dies, you are going to invuln. There is no DPS racing this. It is a DPS check, but it will still attack you after it dies. So make sure you have your reflect up. We have had people think that as long as the enemy is dead, they're not getting hit. The enemy casts a spell on the top aggro as it dies, and it will kill them if they are not invulnerable. Kendrick Clark. You were going to be the second main tank, but we had someone else be the second main tank, so you don't really have a role. You're just going to be a DPS. During the fight, there is going to be a mechanic, the Mustadio mechanic. And this is the one where it gives you three yellow vulnerability areas, and you're going to have to point it. You're going to point it towards the center, where the gunner is going to be firing first, and then you're going to point it towards the wall. These turrets do overlap, and you need to stand and point your turret at it exactly. I thought Astoria is taking the soldier. Where is Astoria? No. Sedek Atlam is going to be taking the soldier and knight. Astoria is going to be taking the gunner and soldier. Can we have our healers insert their lost spell sting and lost steel forge? I feel like I got those backwards, but you're purple and yellow. Yeah, I'm spitting. And can we get tanks standing in front of each of the bosses? Do not attack them, just stand in front of them to mark that you are going to be taking them for the first phase. Yeah, does anyone have waymarks, or am I going to try and play some fun waymarks? Yes, basically Sedek Atlam. That is basically what you're going to be doing.
Do you want the select sway marks that have everyone's first reflect spot on them?
I was actually going to try and make those. If those exist, those would be perfect. So these are going to be your first reflects. So line them up with your image of where you're going to be, and that is going to be your reflecting duties for A through F reflect. Okay, so tanks stand in front of your area, and we can start handing out the purple and yellow buffs. Purple buff needs to go to melees and physical damage dealers, and yellow buff needs to go to your casters. You're going to be getting the turret that is on the west side, Sadek. You're basically going to be taking the left side of the arena. Anything that happens on the left side of the arena, you're basically going to handle. So you're going to be handling the soldier and the knight when it happens, and you're going to be picking up the left-hand turret, the western turret. Yes, you're going to be no, for the turret, there is going to be a halfway through its time, it's going to cast a sniper, and you're going to invuln its shot. I will be calling it out when to, yes, it is a cast bar. I'll be calling out when to invuln and such. Most of this fight can be called on the fly. We just had a DC, but we are still handing out Spellforge and Steel Sting. If Alliance D can split up onto the D and 2-way markers.
We don't need.
Oh,
we don't
okay.
Need. I just am doing funky holster stuff because of irregular. So I'll give them when it's time.
Okay. If we can start handing them out now, so we know everyone has it. Our main tanks are going to be our first priority for this buff. We want to make sure that our main tanks have this buff, or it will be difficult for them to establish aggro. After the main tanks have our buffs, where is our duelist? Can the duelist, say something? So we can mark them? Okay, so after our main tank, our duelist is our second one, because if our duelist does not have the correct buff, they are also going to be dealing 0 damage. It looks like everyone is back in, so we are going to have a tank stand in front of each of the gunners. They're going to have their tank stances on, or stand in front of each of the bosses with their tank stance on. Is someone going to take the knight? Okay. And once it looks like everyone has their thing, I'm going to start putting 30 seconds on the clock. In 30 seconds, we are going to pull these, and after they hop away, turn off your tank stance unless you are a main tank. So initiate the attack with your ranged enmity and then provoke. We don't want our duelist ripping aggro from us. So ranged attack and provoke. Pull him into the center so we can AoE. We're going to have 2 raid wides to start off with. Raid wide 1 is casting now. Raid wide 2 is casting now. Deal as much damage as you can. This is free DPS time. Once they get to 80, they will start moving away. 80%, they will jump away. Okay, turn your tank stances off. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. Try and split damage between these two. Click off purple, need yellow. Click off purple, need yellow. If you have a purple buff, you are dealing 0 damage.
Duelist is tanking warrior. Please get off me.
Our first mechanic for the night is Shield Omen. We are going to be getting knocked back from the center onto a bomb. If you are tethered, you are going to go to a small bomb. If you are tethered, you're going to go to a small bomb. No, big bomb. I'm sorry. If you're tethered, you're going to big. Tethered to big. I'm sorry. Tethered to big. That's my bad. If you are land at explosion, if you land, step where an explosion was. We are back onto the boss. The warrior needs to be dispelled. The warrior needs to be dispelled now. Dispel the warrior. Dispel the warrior. Raid wide. AoE. Heavy met. Heavy met. Heavy met. Second mechanic for the night is going to be Earth and Lightning. If you're tethered, you're going to go to Wind. If you're not tethered, you're going to Lightning. Tether to Wind, non-tethered to Lightning. Tether to Wind, non-tethered to Lightning. Look to the center. We're going to get to the center, and we are going to step on the side without a French fry, which is going to be the north-ish side. Go to the side without a French fry. Back on the bosses. Raid wide. And Tank Buster. Keep our buffs. Do not have purple, need yellow. Do not have purple, need yellow. Should be the same as before. Our next mechanic is going to be Sword Omen. We are going to be against the wall, and we are going to be stepping on bombs. Tethered to big, tethered to big, non-tethered to small, tethered to big, and non-tethered to small. Be on the wall. You're not getting knocked back, need to be on your bomb. Warrior is in fact high. We do need to damage the warrior just a little bit. The knight is actually just a little bit higher, but keep them evened out. They're currently at 7 and 11. Dispel the warrior, dispel the warrior. Warrior is dispelled. Knight is still a little bit high. Knight is still a little bit high. They are evening out. Kill them together, and we won't have to worry about the next mechanic. Kill the warrior and kill the warrior. Up next, gunner to the center, soldier to the wall. Gunner to the center, soldier to the wall. Our first mechanic is going to be the Mustadio mechanic. This is the show your hole mechanic. And we're going to have frogs. We're going to look at the small frogs, the small fireballs. That is going to be our safe spot. Small fireball is going to tell us where we stand. These small frogs will jump second. So we are going to be on the south side. And we're going to point our hole to the center. And then we're going to point our hole to a turret. Center. And turret. Back on the bosses. Tank Buster. And raid wide. Up next, we're going to have turrets coming out. If both of your healers are dead, we are going to have a tank sack them to pick them back up. Turrets are out. Pick up your turrets. Pick up your turrets. These gun turrets, they need to die. Kill these gun turrets. Invuln now. Invuln now. Invuln this sniper shot. These turrets, they need to die. We do not want them exploding on us. We do not want them exploding on us. Kill these turrets. We're going to have an ice and fire coming up next. So be on your toes. Stop attacking. Sheath your weapon. Deselect a boss. And back on the boss. Soldier is high. Soldier is high. We have raid wide we have our next mechanic being prepared right now. This is going to be tricky soldiers. Soldiers with tethers are going to spin. Soldiers with tethers are going to spin and do an AoE. Watch them jump. This is also going to be a Mustadio mechanic, where you need to show your hole again. East side is safe. East side is safe. Show your hole to the gunner in the center, and then to a turret. Gunner is high. Gunner is high. Gunner needs to die. LB3. LB3 now. Oh, raid wide.
Tanks and
Tank. Oh, yeah. We have normal mode turrets coming up next. This is same as normal mode, just avoid the turrets. Soldier is high. Soldier is high. Stop attacking the gunner. Come to the soldier. Stop attacking, sheath your weapon. This is fire. Stop attacking and sheath your weapon. Kill the gunner, kill the gunner. Aurasphere tanks. You're going to be up in just a few minutes. Or just a few seconds, rather. Wards are up, Auraspheres are up. Aurasphere tanks, be at the top of your aggro list. And invuln when it dies. Reflectors, your job is now. Someone didn't reflect, that's why we got damage down. That is fine though, we are learning. On to the wards need to die. This is the final phase, and this is where we have Enrage. Aurasphere tanks are going to be up again. Second Aurasphere tanks, be at the top of the aggro list. Second Aurasphere tanks, be at the top of the aggro list. Auraspheres need to die. Auraspheres do need to die, otherwise they're going to start randomly killing people.
No, with Aurasphere still up now.
Careful of the coat of arms, and kill the final boss. This is Enrage. Push it. There we go. We have quite a few deaths, but other than that, we are good. A bit scruffy, but we managed to pull through. Say thank you to our duelist for getting you your hand piece. All hand pieces are successful because of either a successful duelist or a clear. So thank you to your duelist. We do not need Spell Sting or Steel Forge anymore. Does anyone have a low timer? If you have a low timer, let us know. Under 30 seconds. Okay, so Winter Astoria has a 60-second timer. I'm going to sacrifice to pick up Winter Astoria. The plating that you're picking up right now is used to make the upgraded haste gear from Boja. You can only get it inside of Delubrum Regine Savage. So once you get 10 of them, you can trade it in for a crate of it. And then you can use it to upgrade your relic gear to get haste. Once again, I want to remind people to please follow the res protocol. Step on the body before you slot it in. That lets people know that you are going to be in charge of the next few arises. This prevents you from wasting it. We do want to keep as many arises as possible for upcoming mechanics. Of course, I want you to keep main tanking. It's fine. You're going to learn to main tank, and next time you won't be as afraid of it. There's a first time for everybody.
If I pulled hate off of you, don't feel bad. Duelist just rips aggro. That's just a fact of life.
So, does anyone have phantom markers? I assume people always have markers. If not, yeah, I'm going to be getting rid of the markers in just a second. Hey, walk along the edge of the arena to either A or D. Walk along the edge. We are going to be gambling for uptime. This is a favorite pastime of the Aether Data Center, where we gamble to see who is more correct on uptime. Because the first mechanic is going to be donut walking, and we're going to see if we can get some extra uptime on the donut walk. There's not much to explain on this boss. I will be calling it out as normal. It's basically the same as normal mode boss, except everything's just a little bit quicker. So whenever the main tank is ready, they can put 30 seconds on the clock and then pull the boss. To your side. Actually, I'm sorry, Nacl. I don't quite understand your question. We are gambling to see whether A or D gets uptime. This is a raid wide. And we shall see if A was the correct choice. A was not the correct choice. We are going to D. We are going to D. Everyone to D. We have failed to gamble. Oh well. Be at D or you're going to get killed. We are walking our donut. This donut moves a bit faster than normal. Don't walk into the wall at the end. Be wary of the death wall at the end. We're going to stay at 4 for one more tick. We're going to move to 3. Move to 3. Move to 3. We're going to stay at 3 for a little while we're waiting to see the next mechanic. We can stay at 3. Be on 3, be on 3. If you're on 4 or 2, you're going to get killed. We're going to wait for 3 pulses, 2, 3, and then we're going to move to 4. We're going to move to 4. We're going to wait 3 more pulses for this. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to move back to 3. Boss is moving to the center. The boss is going to disappear. We are going to damage the red ones, and healers are going to heal the white ones. Attack them or heal them. If you see them, don't assume someone else has it. Damage the red ones, heal the white ones. White mages can be a Chad at times like these and just one-shot the white ones. This is their big debut. I don't rate them very highly, except in here. But that's just my personal taste. Don't let me tell you otherwise. Interrupt the final thing needs to be healed. Interrupt the boss, and we have free DPS time. We are going to get knocked. We're going to be knocked to... We're going to stand at 3. We're going to stand at 3. Be at 3, and we're going to get knocked down to C. We're going to walk our donut once again. We're going to move to 2, and then we're going to move to 1. This is a conal. Move behind the boss. Be behind the boss. Kill the boss. Hopefully we won't see another mechanic. We have ice spikes. Everyone stop attacking unless you want to get reflected by ice spikes, and we're just going to let it wait out. Unless someone has Dispel. But I don't think Dispel works for this. I believe this is a
Dispelled. No, that's a Tank Buster.
Oh, it's Tank Buster. And we kill the boss. Be careful up ahead. There are traps up ahead. Do not walk ahead. Thank you for the information, Nacl. I honestly haven't seen ice spikes in forever.
I don't know. I thought people wanted to see it.
Did you bring Banish and not use it? Is that what this is?
No, I usually don't bring Banish.
Oh. On this next area, there are going to be pink traps. We need these pink traps if we want a successful queen clear. Be very careful of your feet. If both of these pink traps get destroyed, our run is effectively ended after TA. So do not step on the pink traps and avoid traps, and let's head down to TA, Trinity Avowed. Trinity Avowed is probably the boss that is going to end our run for the night, but we will see. If we are gamer enough, we don't have to worry about it. We've been doing pretty well so far, so let's hope we pass this one too. It seems F has a DC. Well, F has the DC.
Sorry to interrupt, but since we have a lot of time, maybe we should, if whoever's not confident, watch a video.
I honestly don't think a video is going to help. This is one of those mechanics where you just need to see it and experience it before you really understand it. I'm going to give basic explanations. And we're going to... You may or may not pass. If we don't pass, it is perfectly fine. This is one of the expected prog points. Yes, this is where we need Aether Shields on our tanks. This is Trinity Avowed. This is the hot-cold boss. Throughout the fight, you're going to be getting a debuff on your debuff bar. This is going to be giving you hot or cold. By the end of the mechanic, you need to equalize this temperature. Do we have a res up top that we need?
Oh, yes, we're working on a body.
Okay.
It's the person who DC'd, they came back.
Ah, okay. This hot-cold mechanic is resolved by getting hit with the opposite temperature. So if you have a hot 1, you need to get hit by a cold 1. At this point, you will be neutral. If you are not neutral when the mechanic ends, you will either freeze or burn to death instantly. There is no saving it, you will just die. During the second phase of this fight, the boss will give you 2 of these. These are additive, so if you get a hot 2 and hot 1, you have a hot 3, and you may need to get hit by 2 mechanics. If you get a cold 2 and a hot 1, you have cold 1, and you need to get hit by a hot 1 by the end of the mechanic. Throughout the fight, the boss is going to be giving marching orders and marching you around, and we are going to be avoiding AoEs. The first type of mechanic that we're going to see is going to be meteors. You're going to go to your meteor, and you're going to be march to it, and these meteors are going to be in the corner. Yes, does someone have any extra arises? If there are any healers down here, it looks like they need healer reinforcement up top. So one of the mechanics that we are going to be seeing is meteors. Meteors are going to drop in the corner, and they're going to show what type of temperature they give you, just like your debuff bar, or just like the bar above your head. You're going to equalize your temperature. The first time you see this, you're going to be force marched into it. The second time you see it, you're going to have to walk into it. The second type of mechanic we're going to see is going to be the bow mechanic. The boss is going to shoot bows after covering 4/5 of the arena in fire, and it is going to be just like the Japanese ladder game. These arrows will move down the path, taking every turn possible. So if they can take a turn, they will make that turn. The third and final type of mechanic that we are going to be seeing is swords. The boss is going to disappear and create 4 clones. There is going to be 1 safe spot for these clones, and around the safe spot in the cardinal direction are going to be the 1 safe areas for where you can get hit. If you are inner cardinal of the safe area during this boss, you are going to die. So when I call out the safe area, you're going to move to the safe area and then look for the sword that is going to hit you to equalize your temperature. It is always going to be 1 square away from the safe area. Throughout the fight, the boss is going to be giving out raid wides. During each of these raid wides, we are going to be popping an ether shield. This ether shield is going to help us mitigate the bleed that these raid wides do. This is one of the big puzzle bosses for the night. This could be where our run ends. If it is, don't feel bad. But if it's not, we're going to be moving on. If you are, do we have a Lost Shell 2 caster? I actually don't know if Panheimer procs for the dot tech. If you need Shell 2, step behind the purple line. If you have Shell 2 and you are ready, step across the purple line. So if someone is casting Shell 2, once you have Shell 2 and once everyone is across the purple line, we will start the fight. So if you need Shell 2, step behind the purple line. Okay, once everyone is across the purple line, our main tank for the night is going to put 30 seconds on the clock and start the fight. This is an enraged fight. Use your food, use your lost actions. Is our death resolved up top? Okay, so it looks like is Fratwork here, or is he just like stepping on the purple line? Okay, so put 30 seconds on the clock, and we will start this fight. I am not familiar with calling left or right side higher. If someone else is familiar with calling left or right side higher, they can. I'm sorry. I personally don't use that or understand that strategy. And on to the boss. First mechanic is going to be a tank buster. So tanks up front. And then we're going to have an Aether Shield. Boss is going to start telling us what order the boss is going to do the mechanics in. Be in front of the boss, in front of the boss, be in front of the boss. Move away from the boss, be away from the boss. Then we are going to be behind the boss when the boss does its thing. Be behind the boss, be behind the boss. First up is going to be bow phase. We're going to get a forced march, and we are going to be marching towards the area away from the fire that is going to spawn at B or D. Tanks up front. Look at your forced march, be ready to resolve it. We are getting marched towards D, march towards D. Get quick marched towards D. Walk out of the fire. Do not attack if you get killed in the fire. Walk out of it if you raise. Healers, rescue if you can. Check your temperature. And resolve this mechanic.
Left side.
Aether Shields. Be in front of the boss, be in front of the boss, be in front of the boss. We have Swords phase next, so no big cooldowns. Use your cooldowns now, but save your cooldowns for just a second. No more big cooldowns. Boss is going to disappear in just a few moments. Safe spot is 4. Safe spot is 4. If you are diagonal of 4, you are dead. You need to be 1 square away from 4 to resolve your temperature. If you are diagonal of 4, you are dead. Safe spot is 2. Safe spot is 2. If you do not need to resolve your temperature anymore, stand in 2. If you need more temperature, be 1 square away from 2. Back on the boss. Be away from Aether Shields. Up next we have Meteors. You're going to get a quick march, and you need to be quick marched into the meteor that you need to equalize your temperature. But we need to be away from the boss, be away from the boss. Once again, this is Meteors. Check your temperature, check where you need to be equalize your temperature and check your quick march. Get quick marched into the meteor that you need. Do not greed. If you are on the floor, you are not dealing a whole lot of damage. So resolve your mechanic and then deal damage. Back on the boss. Up next, we're going to have bow phase again. Aether shields. Be behind the boss, be behind the boss. We are not getting quick march, instead we're going to avoid the eyes on the edge of the arena. And then we're going to sprint. We're going to sprint to D, sprint to D. Be at D, be at D. This is going to give you a normal temperature, a temperature brand, and a forced march. You may need to get hit by nothing to resolve your temperature. There will be a blank space where there is no arrow. That is going to be your safe spot. So follow that down and take your temperature where you need to be. There is a quick march. Stop greeting the boss to resolve your quick march. Aether shields. Tanks out front. And we are going to be in front of the boss. In front of the boss, be in front of the boss. We are going to save our LB3s until after this mechanic is over. We are going to save our LB3s until after this mechanic. If you LB3 now, you will kill everyone you just LB3'd. You're going to get 2 temperatures, and you may need to get hit by 2 different swords. The safe spot is 2. The safe spot is 2. If you are diagonal of 2, you are dead. The safe spot is 1. The safe spot is 1. If you're diagonal of 1, you are dead. You may need to be 1 square away from 1 to get your temperature resolved. LB3s now. LB3, LB3. Healer LB3. Be away from the boss, be away from the boss. We have meteors. You do not have quick march on this meteor. Instead, we have unseen eyes from the edge. You need to avoid the unseen eyes. Unfortunately, there is no amazing way to call unseen eyes. So, unfortunately, you might be on your own here. But resolve your temperature mechanic and avoid the unseen eyes.
Black North's up.
Yeah, black and... Huh, I guess that does work. Interesting. I never thought of it that way. This is raid-wide. And we are going to have Aether Shields, and after this is going to be Enrage. So pump out as much damage as you can, and we may just clear this. Pump out as much damage as you can. Pump it out, pump it out. And we have cleared Trinity Avow.
The way you can call that is either north-south dark, or corners, or like east-west dark, or east-west inner. It does get a bit confusing though, so it is best to just have people try it themselves.
Yeah, I was thinking something like north-south safe and east-west safe, but like... I was like, you can call the light squares by saying inner cards and outer cards, or inner and outer. But then you have the north and then you have like north, south, and east, west. Yes, if you are a healer with Lost Arises, please mark yourself. We are running low on Lost Arises, so we might have to start performing triage before we move. This is why we typically follow Res protocol of stepping on the body. This will help preserve Arises for instances like this where we're running low. I'm not saying everyone did it, or I'm not saying no one didn't do it, but I am also just giving an example to show why we conserve our Arises. It's no one particularly at fault that we have eaten through a lot of Arises. It just happens. But I think this is a perfect example of showing why we have res protocols. Do we have anybody who is new that is currently dead? Okay, so pick up the people who are new and dead first. I am having trouble finding Apple. If you have not, if you have not, if you haven't seen Minotaurs and you have not cleared, you are new. So, like, if you have cleared Queen before, you would not be considered new. So, yeah, if you don't have your doggo, you are considered new. We want to try and pick up the new people first, because we need... The whole purpose of this is to have people get experience with the raid. So... we can get people to see more of the raid. I consider that my job as successful. If we clear the raid, that is even better. The more people that see more mechanics of this raid and keep coming back, the more successful chances we will have of clearing the raid later on, rather than excluding them now. because that's just one more person we can potentially count on later. Two people left F. We will only sacrifice is mostly useful as a combat tool, or if people are yeah, it looks like two people left. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is. If you are new here and you have not been to Minotaurs, come back up to the hallway that we came through. We are going to do the secret jutsu and show our way to the secret boss. So come back up to before in the area of Trinity Seeker. And we are going to step near. Do not step on the purple trap, just step near it. And on the count of 3, we're all going to hop into the purple trap together and get transformed. So 3, 2, 1, hop. And we're going to go to the other side of the Trinity Secret Arena. On the other side of Trinity Secret Arena, we're going to hop on the pad. If you are a Smallafell or a minimized person, you can walk through these bars, and by walking through these bars, you unlock the secret boss area. There are traps down the steps. Be careful. I don't know if we have a Perceptor. If we do not have a Perceptor, we're going to have a tank sweep the trap with their invuln. It does not look like we have a Perceptor. Can I have a warrior pop invuln and walk along the right-hand edge? And sprint. Oh, looks like we did have a Perceptor.
Benny Link.
Benny, yeah, make sure our Perceptor does not die. Did you get the trap on this area here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is our next area. We have what I like to call Dancing with Minotaurs, because the Minotaurs are going to do a fun little dance, and we're going to dance with them. I need tanks on all of these waymarkers. And I am going to need dispellers and reflectors. So I guess I will take this final area. Okay, so I need at least 3 dispellers and 3 reflectors if possible. While people are gathering up the courage to dispel and reflect, I will explain what this cross-shaped down south is. So, during this boss fight, when this boss hits the second phase, the boss is going to summon minions. These are going to be Minotaurs. The people inside, so on A, B, C, and D, they are going to turn on their tank stance, and they are going to throw their tomahawk at the Minotaur that spawns near them, and then they are going to slowly walk it around the outside edge. You can look at the Raid 1 chat, and you can see a helpful diagram. During the second phase, the boss is going to create instant death areas. If you step in these lightning areas, you will instantly die. So you're gonna go to the outside edge of where you are. So A is gonna go north, B is gonna go west, C is gonna go south, and D is gonna go east. And then you're going to turn on your tank stance and throw your ranged enmity attack at the Minotaur. This Minotaur will start walking slowly towards you. If this Minotaur hits you, it will give you 1 stack of Doom. If you get 2 stacks of Doom, you are going to die. So you're going to slowly walk your Minotaur around using your ranged enmity attack to keep it aggroed on you. People on the numbered waymarks 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be paired with their A, B, C, and D tanks. And they're going to be the backup tanks. If for some reason your Minnow tank dies, you're going to immediately provoke, turn on your tank stance, and draw its aggro and start walking it around. If 2 Minotaurs get too close to each other, they will move very quickly and start whacking people. This is a great way to kill a lot of people in the raid, and we would really like it for it to not happen. So, once again, A, B, C, and D are going to be the primary Minnow tanks. You're going to go to your north, south, east, west, and side. You're going to go to your cardinal direction. You're going to provoke, and you're going to throw ranged enmity attacks at it while slowly walking clockwise around the arena. At about once you get through 1/4 turn of your walk, the boss is going to eventually throw down a yellow entrapment area. This entrapment area is going to lay traps in the area. This is what the outside tanks are for. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your jobs are to pop invuln and run through this outside area to pop the traps in the entrapment area. This could be a poison trap, this could be an explosive trap. Healers, pay careful attention to what is happening. Do we have 2 dispellers and 2 reflectors? I see 1 dispeller from Nacl and I see 3 reflectors. Can we have a few more dispellers? Dispellers and reflectors, your job is going to be sitting in the inner circle. There are going to be 2 circles that happen. You're going to be sitting in the inner circle. The boss is going to be creating earth and fire orbs. Reflectors, you're going to reflect the fire orbs. Dispellers, you're going to dispel the earth orbs and then hit it with any attack. Whether that be smacking it with your book, or casting your dot on it, or using your normal attack. For everyone else, the DPS, you're going to be moving around, killing the Minotaurs on the outside edge. Once all the Minotaurs on the outside edge are dead, we move into the final phase of the fight, which is just avoiding AoEs. Throughout the fight, the boss is going to be giving you a debuff. This debuff is going to either pull you in or push you back. If the boss looks like it's pulling in spaghetti, it is going to suck you in. If the dude looks like he's getting flown backwards, he is going to push you out. If you can see where I'm standing right here, there is like a nook in the floor. Every 1/4 turn is going to be one of these nooks. If you have a push, you need to be on the inside of this nook and you need to be pushed back. If you have a suck, you need to be on the outside and be sucked in. This is player independent, so all I can do is say get in the nook and resolve your push-pull mechanic. I cannot tell you if you have a push or a pull. No, arm's length does not work. You cannot arm's length this. Throughout the fight, the boss is also going to be dropping lightning on you, so try not to hide in these nooks too often, because the boss is going to be dropping puddles around, and we don't want to have puddles be there when we need to get pushed or pulled around it. Yeah, knockback mitts do not work here at all. You cannot be knockback invulnerable. Does anybody have any questions for their roles? If nobody has so number tanks. At certain point during the fight, the boss is going to put down a yellow blanket around the outside of the arena. You are going to be popping invuln, and you're going to walk through that yellow blanket clockwise. There are going to be traps in here, and this is why you need to invuln. If no one has any questions and you are ready, step across the purple line. Do we have our main tank here still? I do not see him. Did he leave or get left behind?
No, I'm here,
Oh,
but I'm not sure what to do.
You're just going to be tanking the boss for the first half of the fight. Do you have a question for the second phase?
Yeah, I was on the A letter.
So you're going to stand north, and you're going to turn on your tank stance. And when the boss goes invulnerable, he is going to spawn 4 adds. You're going to provoke the northern ad that he spawns, and you're going to stand like on your cardinal direction, and you're going to have the Minotaur slowly walk towards you. When he gets close, you're going to want to start walking clockwise, and you don't want to get hit by it. And your whole job is just to keep aggro on him and slowly walk clockwise, dragging him around the arena. That's all you need to do during Minotaur phase or ads phase.
Okay. And you said the north, so keep it on the outer wall. Just walk clockwise.
Yeah.
I get the northern one.
Yes, because you are on A.
Okay. Alright. And are those my only 2 responsibilities? Just those 2?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You're just gonna slowly walk around, and you're gonna try and you do your mechanics, but like that's your only responsibility of Oh my god, that is such a great image, Himbo. Holy crap. And Raid Chat 1 has a nice little image of what is happening for the fateful words for knockback and push. Push and pull. So if everyone is across the purple line, we can have our main tank start the CD and pull the boss. This is not an enrage fight. Save your burst for the Minotaur ads. This first phase of the boss is nothing much. So save your burst for when we get to ads phase. Yeah, does anyone have way markers real quick? If not, it shouldn't matter terribly much. Be mindful of your map. Oh yeah, I guess we do have a knockback mechanic. This is a tank buster. A few seconds after the tank buster, we're going to knock back invuln. Knock back invuln now. And avoid the thwacks. This is a big AoE. Get very far back. This is 20 ohms. This is a huge AoE. Be away from the boss. Boss is disappearing. Ads phase is up. Main Minotaur tanks. Turn on your tank stance and provoke your tank Minotaur and start walking it. Do remember to not get hit. Burst these Minotaurs down. These Minotaurs are the big threat in this phase. Entrapment tanks, get ready. This is the numbered tanks. Numbered tanks, pop invuln and start walking. To pop the traps. Oh, we had fateful words. I forgot to call it out. Get into a nook. Get into a nook. We have Minotaurs on the loose. We can resolve the Minotaurs on the loose. Fateful words are out. Get into a nook. And the push-pull should resolve shortly. We have a Minotaur loose up north. Get into a nook. One final Minotaur. And we are on the boss.
Tank poke.
Someone provoke. This is a raid wide. Rapid bolt to the outside of the arena. Lightning away. AoEs to the outside. Move it to the outside. This is a huge AoE. 20 yalms. Move away. Back on the boss. The boss is going to start doing thwacks. Nope. Rapid bolts first. Rapid bolts to the outside. Rapid bolts again to the outside. We're going to get away from the hoof, and then we're going to move. After it resolves, we're going to run back to the boss, because the boss is going to start doing triangles at you. Let's get out of the wax. And we're just going to get repeats of the mechanics we've seen before now. Tank Buster. After a few seconds after the Tank Buster, you're going to knock back invuln. Knock back invuln now. And avoid the thwacks.
Last chance for dice.
Yeah, if anyone has dice. Raid wide. Rapid bolts to the outside. And that is Minotaurs.
Do not run ahead.
Yep, don't run ahead. We don't want to have the, we don't want to move on to the next area and trigger a cutscene. Because once we trigger the cutscene, the current amount of people in raid is going to set the health of the queen, and we may not have everyone be picked up. So at this point, I guess I have to ask if, do we have any resurrections left? Okay. So we are in a situation where I am currently dead, and we are out of arises. If anyone can sack me, unless I hate to impose, but is Nacl alive, and are you willing to potentially take people through Queen?
Yo, I'm on vacation, son. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
can do it.
That's why I said I hate to impose. Just asking. But okay.
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. It's fine.
So if we have someone who is so Sedek has a sack. So if Sedek can slot sacrifice and sacrifice someone, I think
We
Winter
get
Story.
Winter up. Yeah.
Yeah. So sacrifice Winter, and
Do
Winter
I-
can.
Do I
So-
use my re-raise?
Yeah. So if you have a re-raiser, make sure it's popped on. And make sure, and then slot in Lost Sacrifice. And because you have Pure Indomitable, you only have a 30% chance to get doomed from Lost Sacrifice, and then you have a 70% chance to resurrect yourself afterwards because of your resurrection.
Or where is Winter? Oh, the triangle.
So,
So Winter is
who should I do it on?
The triangle.
The triangle.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully your thing pops. It did?
Frat work near the south has a sack as well.
Okay. So pick up frat work.
Keep in mind, each sack that we use here, we're not going to have it at the Queen.
Yeah, how many, well, I guess at this point we probably, how many sacrifices do we have left? We probably want like
I
one
have-
or two.
I have a sack, but I also don't have a re-raiser.
Okay, that's fine.
So do you
It's-
want me to try to get Brack up? But
No.
if I get Doom, I'm screwed.
Yeah, no, if you don't have a re-raiser, it's
We
not
have
worth it.
someone with re-raise to cast. Who needs one? Soul has some.
Well, we
you
do
cast it.
need, we do want sacrifices for Queen LB3, because that could save the run. How many pure tanks do we have? Do we have if you're a paladin or if you're a paladin or a gunbreaker, can you sound off in shout chat?
If you're alive.
If you're alive, yes. Okay, so it looks like we only have 2 true invulns.
We have Sir Foxy's up, just didn't say it. You just said it in party chat, though.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
So we do have 3. So at this point, is there? I hate to do this, but I think at this point, how many people are alive? You guys will probably have to reform. No, don't sack me. Nacl said he is fine taking people through Queen, so as much as I hate to pass it off, I think it's more important for people to experience Queen. No, I would not, unfortunately. This will be Nacl's clear if he clears.
No, you're delegating, so this is still your raid.
True. But it looks like we have quite a few people. Yeah, if you want to random for the calls. Or if someone else wants to do it, Nacl can, and Nacl doesn't.
Don't, like, my only misgiving is that I don't want to like ball hog here. Like, if
No,
someone wants
it's
to
fine.
practice
Oh, yeah, if
Queen
someone wants to
calls,
practice,
then-
yeah, that's perfect.
and be my guest.
But
I'll say this: given the way things are going, like I'm not expecting a Queen clear. That's not like a knock on the team, but a lot of people are. It looks like we're seeing this for the first time. So
yeah,
you know,
which is
just
perfectly
to get
fine. It's great.
touch the boss. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great that people are seeing this for the first time. Like, the fact that we got to Queen and we have so many people to Minotaurs
People are rotting out.
Yeah, I got booted. So if someone wants to stream, I could watch. I will be cheering for you guys, but unfortunately, you guys will, at this point you'll probably start reforming parties to get you'll probably start reforming parties to get full parties for LB3.
How many tanks do we have?
You guys should have at least 3 pure tanks. That was one of the things I did want to make sure of. But sad as it is that we have to sacrifice a few people here, I want to say thank you for everyone to coming. Like, these runs wouldn't be possible without you. And the more people that we get here and the more experience that we get, the more chances that we'll have for a clear in the future. So that is why I try and prioritize new people, because when these people get practice and we start clearing with fewer deaths, we get to Queen and kill Queen a lot quicker. So I would like to thank everyone for coming. And I wish you good luck with the Queen.
Are you straight up leaving? Are you not going to do explanations or anything? You can still.
I can do explanations. If everyone has left and you guys have all picked up your things, I guess you can move on to the Queen area. If anyone has,
We still have a dead body here. We still have a dead body here.
there is a dead body there. Okay, yeah.
Are you going to call them to release, or because they
Yeah.
might be waiting for a res or something?
If you're still dead, please release. We don't want to have extra bodies on the floor when we go through the cutscene, because it will. Yeah, I'm sorry for the people that had to release. It's unfortunate, but it's for the best of the raid. We don't really have a whole lot of resurrections left. And if you are still alive when we trigger the cutscene, then unfortunately, that's one more person the boss is expecting. So if you release out of the raid, it makes the Queen just a little bit that much easier for everyone else that's still there.
Yeah, this will happen from time to time. No big deal. Just come back in a future run.
I hope you enjoyed your experience so far. I'm sorry for the people who had to release.
All right, they released. I think we're good.
We're
to go,
good.
Queen.
So the Queen is going to have a few mechanics. The big one for the night is going to be Queen's Edict, also known as Super Chess. The Queen is going to give you 2 debuffs on your debuff bar, and they're going to add up to either 5, 6, or 7. When the Queen casts Super Chess, you are going to be standing in an indicated spot, which is going to be either along the back wall, one away from the back wall, or somewhere in the center. The callers will tell you where to stand, and that will tell you where to stand for your initial thing. So if you have a 6, and the caller says 6 in the corner, you're going to move to the corner, and then you're going to move however many squares your first debuff is. So if you had a 4 and a 2, you would first move 4 squares towards the safe spot on the other side of the arena, and then you would stop. If you overrun, you're going to get killed, and you're going to get doomed and then killed. So it's best not to overrun on the first one. Then, after the Queen does her effect, she's going to do it again, and you're going to start moving towards the safe spot. And you want to end in the safe spot no matter what, because if you die outside of the safe spot, the Queen will kill you again, even through your re-raiser. You will just instantly die. So if you get doomed and you screwed up the Queen's Edict, Just always end in the safe spot no matter what, so that you can be re-raised, or have the chance of being re-raised. Most of the Queen is just going to be rehashes of previous fight mechanics. So we're going to have a Shield Omen, and you're going to get knocked back away from the Queen's half-frame cleave. You're going to get French fries from a Sword Omen. So you're going to get away from, you're going to bait a swordsman and move him away. You're going to have your turret mechanics. You're going to have basically all of the Queen's Guard mechanics. You can kind of think of this as Queen Guard Redux 2. If we can get 3 pure tanks, so this is Paladins or Gunbreakers, to line up so we can get our tank order for the night, we are going to end up having a... throughout the fight, the Queen is going to be casting a tank buster. It is called Cleansing Slash. If you take damage during Cleansing Slash, you get doomed. We get around this by having pure tanks, or pure invuln tanks, so or true invuln tanks, and they are going to invuln. So the Paladins, Hallowed Ground, or Gunbreakers Super Bolide, where they take 0 damage, and this means that because they've taken 0 damage, they don't get doomed, and we just have one less person to resurrect at the end. During this time, when the Queen does their Cleansing Slash, after the 3rd slash happens, the next tank in line is going to provoke it off of them. So it looks like we're going to start off with Winter. We're going to start off with Sir Foxy as the first tank. So what's going to end up happening is Sir Foxy is going to be the first one to pull the Queen. They're going to take the first Cleansing Slash. Once all 3 of those Cleansing Slashes are resolved, and Sir Foxy before then invulns. After the 3rd slash hits, Winter Astoria is then going to provoke it off, and that is Sir Foxy's tanking duties done for the night. Then later on, Queen is going to Cleansing Slash again on Winter Astoria. Winter Astoria is going to invuln, take all 3, and then WWV is going to provoke it off of Winter Astoria. And then WVWV is going to tank it for the rest of the night. Boss is going to do a Cleansing Slash one more time near the end of the fight, at which point I assume you can either keep on tanking it. I think that's how it usually works, is that the 3rd tank is the tank for the rest of the fight. We do need to have Dispellers, because the boss 2 times throughout the fight is going to be casting God Save the Queen, where the Queen is going to drop down orbs. These orbs are going to need to be reflected, and then the Queen needs to be dispelled during this time. This is going to be like the boss's limit break bar. So when the boss gets its limit break, you're going to get a ding, and the boss is going to start casting God Save the Queen. Orbs are going to go out. You need to reflect the orbs. If you do not have reflect, you need to stand away from the orbs. And then you need to dispel the Queen as well during this time. After it's done reflecting, you should have enough time to dispel the Queen. The Queen is going to have 4 buffs. I think they're damage ups and damage invulnerability buffs. So if these buffs don't get dispelled, you're not going to have a fun time. The Queen will probably kill you. I think that is most of the important mechanics. I don't know if Nacl explains any other mechanics during the fight.
You're giving out Shell 2? Oh, are you done though?
I think so, unless you have anything you want to add for your callouts. Because I don't know how you call out. It's been a while.
Yeah, okay. So this is Nacl Free. I'm playing a healer right now, so I might not be as responsive as I usually am when I call this. So yeah, just as a review for Super Chess, I use the right wall facing the safe spot. So just as I always said, make sure you add up your two debuff numbers. You're not gonna get a 5, 6, or 7. You're gonna get two numbers that add up to 5, 6, or 7. So make sure you add that up, and I'll call it out just like he said. I'll say like 5's on 2, 6's in the corner, 7's on delta, or something like that. All right, just listen up and stay loose there. If the safe spot for super chest starts on like one wall, we're just starting on the other wall. So if the safe spot is on the north, then we're starting on the south wall. And then if the safe spot's on the south, we start on the north wall. Relentless 2, curse pattern, just be careful. I don't really have a good way to call that out. Just pay attention. But the way the Relentless 2 works is the queen will slash through the arena twice. The first slash is diagonal, the second slash is cardinal. The first slash happens at the same time as knockback. Knockback orb. So if you remember from Queen's Guard, that mechanic where we had to get knocked back towards our target bomb, you're gonna see that again. Okay, it's possible that the queen will slash through the majority of the resulting safe spot after the orb gets knocked away. So that's what we call the curse pattern, or that's what I call the curse pattern rather. Just pay attention, because if it's a curse pattern and I'm going to make a quick kind of judgment on where the knight is coming from. If it's left of its corner, I'm just going to tell everyone get knocked 90 degrees to the left, and then you're going to have to adjust to get out of the way of the queen. So hopefully that'll not kill a whole lot of people. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot to add. Just do what you think you need to do. I'll call out Empyrean Iniquity and God Save the Queen are the big raid-wide things to mitigate. So make sure Aether Shields go out, and then hopefully our tanks have a second Aether Shield in the pocket. Whoever's doing Aether Shield, and that second Aether Shield is going to be used for the Queen Soft and Rage. Okay. So you should be at like around 8 out of 15 Aether Shields. Like I don't really know because I'm not playing tank, but I think you guys have 8 out of 15 Aether Shield charges. Okay, that is exactly enough for Queen. So you're gonna run out right going into Soft and Rage. You're gonna use your last Aether Shield. You're gonna swap in your second Aether Shield once that last one goes out, and then you're gonna cast it like 15 seconds into Soft and Rage for the final Empyrean Iniquity, but I'll call that out, so don't worry too much about that. I think that's it.
Duelist DC, it'll be right back.
Roger that. Yeah, move around, don't get AFK kicked out. I've seen that happen right in front of the Queen.
Didn't it happen on one of Highlander's runs where he kicked himself out or something like that?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen it happen many times, and it's always sad when it happens. We got the groups as figured out as they're going to get. There's always going to be some odd people out in this kind of situation. Just deal with it. We're gonna wait for this DC to resolve, and then we're gonna get going.
I mean, the fact that we had the fact that we had to resurrect that many people, to me, almost means that we had that many new people progging, which is just like, it feels good to see that kind of turnout.
Yeah. Yeah, my attitude is the clear is the icing on the cake. So
yeah,
just the fact that we're gonna get a pull on Queen on a lot of people's first time in here, that's a win. Like once you see this Queen fight at least once, you're gonna understand like a lot of the mechanics. Maybe not get them perfect next time, but like you're gonna have some kind of context from which to build your expertise. So like just being here is good enough.
Yeah, I don't know about other people, but for at least me, like watching a video and actually performing it are two different monsters.
All right. Anyone else need? Oh, I see. Nope. You have shell. You have shell. You have shell. Okay. I don't think anyone else needs shell. Okay. Is our DC, has that resolved? Have you come back? I don't know who was DC, but
It was the duelist, so no more duelist buff.
I mean, are they
Yeah,
coming
I'm
back or?
Yeah, I've
Okay,
been
you're back. Okay. All right. Last call for food. Oh, actually, all teams ready. Check. Report when ready. I don't want to just like say start the countdown and people are on the toilet. Mahia's the solo. Just grit your teeth. Use your personal cooldown. Whatever this party was originally ready. Okay, Bravo ready. Your team's ready. Mahia's ready. Charlie ready. Yeah, in this situation, like I don't know who's who. Echo ready. All right. What is Alpha ready? I don't even know who Alpha is actually. All right. If anyone's not ready, please speak up. Okay, A is okay. Rest in peace. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Everyone, take a deep breath. 30 on the board. Tank stance check. All tanks should have their tank stance off, except for Sir Foxy. Except Bubble U. Oh, does anyone have Bubble? We don't usually bring Bubble in here.
No, someone did, which is why I was surprised. So I could have kept a regular on, but it's not a big deal.
Yo, just hope you have those resistance potions in your pocket. I don't know. Figure it out. Here you go. 30 on the board. All right. Good luck. Have fun, guys. Yeah. We razor check. I guess. All right. 20. Win or lose. Thank you for coming. 15. No, I think they're out. 10. Pop sprint. Get in position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. No need to rotate the boss. Just stack up with the team, Foxy, please. Thank you very much. Big mitigation event coming up. Okay, Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitt. Okay. Oh, I'm the only healer here. Oops. Okay, Murder Chest coming up. Look at the east and west chess pieces. Those rows are not safe. Look at the dots. Those are how many steps into the board they are going to move. North Swing Global forces us into a direction. We are going towards Alpha. All the way to the wall. Make sure you're not in line with any of those chess pieces. All the way to the wall. And we're going to stay right here. Just stay right here. Stay safe. Stay right here. Alright, good enough. In a few autos, tank number 1, you're gonna hit your invuln when you see the cast bar. Alright, so Foxy, go ahead and invuln that cleansing slash. You're going to take 2 hits. 1. 2. Tank number 2, turn your tank stance on and provoke. And Foxy, turn off your tank stance. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, heavy mitigation now, please. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed if you have it. And we're now going into Super Chest 1. This is a full downtime mechanic, please pay attention to your debuffs. We are starting on the south side. Wall is not safe, back is safe. 5s on Delta, 6s to the left of Delta, 7s to the left of 6s. 5s on Delta, 6s to the left of Delta, 7s to the left of 6s. 5s on Delta, 6s to the left of Delta, 7s to the left of 6s. Stand by for first stun, or actually... Alright, walk out the first set of dots down the Alpha column, Delta Alpha column. If you're on the Charlie column, you are wrong. Do not overrun your head buffs. Alright, to the safe spot. Doesn't matter what your number is. If you're going to die, die in the safe spot. If you're going to die outside the safe spot, you're going to get double tapped. So just take the L in the safe spot. Alright. Alright, if you are reflecting, you're going to be reflecting your orbs very soon here. Oh, stack up on the 2 square. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitigation. This is a big mitigation event. Okay. Stone Skin 2 again. Okay, now We're going to see Reflect and Dispel is going to happen very soon as Sovereignty hits 100. If you are not reflecting, just spread out. If you are reflecting, find the nearest orb, reflect yourself, and reflect the damage. Get it done on 1. Start dispelling. Oh, I'll dispel. Okay, alright, get in that shell. Doesn't matter which, just pick a shell, get in it. Alright, good job. Relentless 1. Relentless 1. Identify the gunner. It is between 3 and 4. Order of operations. North swing gloat. Tethers to wind. Gunner mechanic. If you are tethered, you're going to green, white, wind puddle. Wait for the north swing glow to go out first. North swing glow is forcing us north. Tethers to wind. Aim your opening towards the gunner in the corner. Gunner in the corner first. Turrets on the side. Tank number 2, you will be taking a buster imminently. Alright, go ahead and invuln that, Winter Astoria. 2 hits, 2 hits. 1. 2. WV, please take over. There you go. Alright. This is Relentless 2, possible cursed pattern. Stay light on your toes. Okay, there's a full downtime mechanic once she goes away. First slash is coming from a diagonal. Alright. Where's the knight? Knight is right of center. Okay, this is a curse pattern. Get knocked away to the right. To the right, to the right. Get out of the way of the queen. Alright, good job. Let's see here. Where's... Okay, 2. On 2. This whole big area is safe. We're good. Alright, good job. Stack up in front of the boss. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitigation. Oh god. Alright, Super Chest 2 is coming up. Full downtime mechanic, once again, just like Super Chest 1. Find the safe spot, we're going to the other side. Where's the safe spot? Alright, we're going back south. Back is safe, wall is not safe. 5's on Delta, 6's to the left of Delta, 7's to the left of 6's, 5's on Delta, 6's to the left of Delta, 7's to the left of 6's, 5's on Delta, 6's to the left of Delta, 7's to the left of 6's. Alright, walk out your first set of dots down the Delta Alpha column. Again, do not overrun your head buff. Wait for the stun. And get to the end. Does not matter what your number is. If you're going to die, die in the safe spot. Living healers, if you are alive, we're going to have LB3 right after this. Make sure you go to the middle before casting LB3. Alright. Get your people up. Tank 3, you're taking your buster now. Alright, and that's... You're just gonna keep the boss. Okay. Stack up in front of the boss. We are baiting a knight. We're baiting a knight. Get in front of the boss. Stack up tight. Stack up tight. Knight is gonna show up on us. It's gonna be shield. Okay, shield omen. Whatever the safe quarter is, you're gonna just dodge a little bit towards that side and then just stay close. Okay. Knight's on us. A little bit behind the knight. Stay close. This is shield omen. All right, get out of the way of all this shit. This is just normal mode turrets. You know how to do this. Get out of it. Reflectors, dispellers. Get to work. Start dispelling. Reflect. Find an orb, start reflecting. If you're not reflecting, don't stand underneath something. Alright, get in that shell. Everyone in that shell. Okay. Stack up. Stay stacked, stay stacked. We're gonna do an Empyrean here. Aether Shield, Stone Skin 2, Heavy Mitigation now. Stone Skin 2 again, help out with the bleed. Everyone get to the middle tile. This is Relentless 4, middle tile. Stay on the middle tile. Okay, order of operations is the knockback from the line, hot or cold, then your bomb mechanic. You get the tells in reverse, don't get baited. Alright. Bombs are tethered. Tethers will be going to big. Don't go to your bomb yet. Stack up on the middle tile. Alright, line up with your bomb. There's the line. This is Pyretic. Don't move after the knockback. Wait for Pyretic to go away. You have time to adjust a little bit. Okay, tethered folks, you're gonna land first. When you land, run to a bomb that just exploded. Wait for the second explosion to hit. Clear. Soft and rage, soft and rage, soft and rage. Alright. Doing good. Stand by on Aether Shield. Aether Shield now. Aether Shield now. Swap your Aether Shield. Healers, just keep healing. Stand by on a second Aether Shield. Aether Shield again. Aether Shield again. Aether Shield again. Oh god. Alright, keep healing. Oh, I'm dead. Keep healing. This is enraged, so just keep healing. Keep healing, do your damage. Everything else you got. Pump it out. Alright. Can we hit 12% these last few seconds? That's pretty good though. That's pretty good though. I think we had a lot of first timers here, so. Alright, good job. Good job. You've seen all of DRS.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Runs like these wouldn't be possible without you, especially this early in the night. So I hope to see you guys next week, and I hope you come again. And thank you to Nacl for subbing in at the end. I appreciate it a lot.
You are welcome, sir.
I hope that I see you all next time. Thank you everyone for coming.
Is there another run coming up soon, or what's the next one from ABBA?
I think I heard that people might be doing a Duty Finder run tonight, but I don't know if they're joking about it or not.
Okay. Shameless plug for Lego Steppers on Saturday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, server time. We'll be running from Lego Steppers, so at least that's for sure. One opportunity coming up. So if you know, a little bit of heartbreak today, but you know, it happens. All right, that's all I got though. So. All right. Thank you guys for being here, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for hosting.